Welcome to the course on C Programming Learn to Code series. This is the 7th lecture of Unit 3, and in this lecture we will continue the discussion on switch statement. This is the part 2 of switch statement. As you remember, in the last lecture the video size is slightly bigger. That is why I have divided the entire switch statement concept into two parts. So this is the second part of our discussion. So let's begin the discussion with the things that we have left from where we have left the discussion. So I'm directly going to the VS Code. If you remember, in the last lecture we are talking about the number inputted by the user. If somebody will enter 1, then our output should be today is Monday, and if somebody will enter 2, our output will be Tuesday, and so on. Okay, so this program we have already discussed in the last video. So whoever comes directly to this video, I am recommending you that go and watch the part 1 of this video, and you will be able to understand everything that we are about to discuss about in this lecture. Well, so we are going to discuss some of the tricks and techniques present in switch statement in this part. So the first trick that we are going to discuss is the first question we are going to learn is do I allowed, or we can say is it allowed to us that we should change the case numbering. That means suppose I'll write case 1 over here. Instead of writing case number 1 here, can I write case number 3 here and case number 1 here? Yes, it is possible. So you can alter the case numbers. Okay, so similarly, if you are writing case number 1 here, so you need to write Monday over here. Okay, right, so Monday, and this should be Wednesday. So let me write Wednesday. Fine. So this is like case 3, case 2, case 1, then case 4, 5, 6 and default. Okay, so this is how you are going to write, means you can alter the case values or case numbers. And if you run this program, then you can easily notice we will not get any wrong output. We will get the correct output whenever we are providing correct input to it. So let's say I'm putting 1 over here. You can notice the output is today's. Okay, so I have made a mistake on the spelling Monday, so it should be Monday. Okay, fine. So similarly, if you run this program again, and if you want to choose the number, let's say 3, because we have changed that 2 cases, so you can notice today is Wednesday, it is printing. Okay, so the things are correct. That means if you are allowed to change the cases, means you can write case number 1 after case number 3 also. That means you can alter the case numbers. Okay, so that is final one. The second question that we are going to discuss over here, if I missed a big break statement anywhere in the case statement, what will happen? So let us understand it in a proper manner. So let me correct the program, whatever we have changed it. So let's say this is case 1 and it should be Monday, right? And this should be case number 3 and it should be Wednesday. That's all. Okay, so this is our correct program, means the correct way of writing the switch statement. But if somebody has missed, let's say he has missed the break statement over here, what will happen? So if you missed a break statement at any case, what will happen? If that case gets satisfied wherever you missed the break, then that output will come, as well as the output which is present after that case is getting displayed. For an example, suppose you have missed the break statement in case number 2 and the user has entered the choice as 2, then today is Monday getting displayed, sorry, today is Tuesday gets displayed, as well as today is Wednesday also gets displayed. So which is the demerits? Means obviously if you have missed the break statement, that is why the control is not coming out of the switch statement, and both these statements gets executed and the break statement execute, and that will make the control come out of this switch. So let me show you. If you run this program and you have made a mistake on case number 2, which is shown over here, today is Tuesday. So what we are going to do, let's say we enter the choice as 2, then you can notice the output is coming like this. Today is Tuesday, which will come from here, and today is Wednesday, which will come from here. Why it is printing? Because there is no break statement, so the control will execute this line, and as he is not able to see any break statement, so he directly enter into the case 3 and it gets executed. So that means that you have to be very careful while you are writing the break statement, and if you missed it, then it will be a difficult case for you. The next thing that we are going to discuss in this switch statement is, can I write the default case somewhere else in this program? Yes, obviously. So if you want to write this default statement before case 1 or in between any case, that is also possible. So if you do so, but there will be, obviously, if you are changing the place of default case, you need to use the break statement. Obviously, if you don't use the break statement, the similar problem that we have faced in the previous question will be, you are going to face that problems too. So let me show you. If I am changing the break statement, so you will need to come here, Control S. Okay, so let me run this program, and okay, so there will be a default case. Let me run this program. So he's asking about the number. So if I am going to put 5, you can see the correct output is coming. But when I am going to input other than 1 to 7, I am entered, let's say 8. So if I am putting the number other than 1 to 7, what will happen? The default case gets executed. After executing the default case, it also executes case number 1 because there is no break statement. So the output is something like this. Please enter correct choice, which will be come from this. And today is Monday is also printing, so which is a wrong output we are getting. So whenever you are changing the default case into other places, then definitely you have to use the break keyword over here. So if you use break keyword, then you will get the correct result. So let me show you. If I run this program again with using the break statement, and I am putting 8 over here, the output is correct, that is please enter correct choice. Okay, so this is another thing that I am going to discuss. Now the question is, can we remove the default keyword or default statement from the switch case? Instead of writing default statement, should the program will give you some error? No, it will not give you any error. Suppose somebody don't want to enter any default part, so he is deciding that I am not going to include the default case, then you need to be very careful in putting the cases, a case number, so it will not show you any error. So I am not entering any default case over there. So if I write 1, output is Monday. If I am putting, let's say 4, the output is Thursday, and so on. So you can notice that there will be no default case present in the switch case. Okay, so these are the different concept you need to understand while you are discussing about switch. So when you can notice lots of programming questions may be asked in your examination by changing this case numbers, default case, everything. So you need to be very careful about that. Okay, so this is all about your tricks and techniques of switch statement, and we are going to solve another problem in this part 2 video. So that problem will be choosing a operator and performing that operations as like your if-else ladder. So let us solve that problem. Let me remove this code. So let us first understand the objective of program, then we will solve that program. Okay, so to understand the program, let us go here, and I'm trying to perform the program something like this. So the objective is, let's say you are asked to enter a operator. So you are about to perform plus, minus, multiplication and division as like if else if ladder. So you are allowed the user to enter an operator, and if one operator, according to that operator, you need to take 2 numbers from the user and execute that operation and show the result. So that is our objective of this program. Okay, and as like if else if ladder. So I will recommend you, all of you, to go and watch the if else if ladder video so that you can understand this program, and it is quite easier in switch case to execute in switch case. So I'm going to write the code. Okay, so this is the structure of the program. Now what I'm going to do is I will take the operator using a character variable. So you will be able to notice that we can, instead of writing the case in integers, we can also write it in character as well. So for character, I'm taking character op. Okay, then we need variables, let's say int a, b, and obviously c for storing the result. Okay, then I'm going to ask the user printf enter an operator. So what are the operators are allowed? That is called plus, then minus, then multiplication, and then division. So these are the operators allowed to enter. Okay, so after the user will enter the operator, I will use scanf statement and I'll write %c comma %op. So op will store that operator. Now after getting that operator, we are going to perform the operation. So that is to perform that operation we need two number obviously. So I have to ask printf enter two numbers. Okay, so upon which the operation will be performed. Then obviously I am going to use scanf function for taking the inputs %d, then comma %a, %b. Okay, fine. So I got the two number which will be stored in a and b. Now I am going to use the switch case. So there will be 4 different operations need to be performed. If somebody has entered plus sign, then the operation will be performed as addition of two number. If somebody has put the minus sign, then we need to perform the subtraction operation. That is why we need the switch case. Okay, switch, then we need to write op. So op will constitute of obviously that is called your character. So case, now the case will becomes not a integer, it should be a character, and obviously the character is represented with single quote. So I'm going to represent the character something like this. If case is plus, then what we am going to do is I'll write c is equal to a plus b. Okay, we need to perform, I have already done the number is with us a and b. Now I'm going to perform c is equal to a plus b. Then I'll write printf the addition result is equal to %d, then c. Okay, then we are going to write the break statement obviously to break the cases. So this is for case plus. So similarly there will be other cases as well. So what are the cases? That will be minus case. So I'll write this is for case minus, and I am going to use this a minus b over here. Then I need to write the subtraction result is equal to %dc. Similarly I am going to perform the case for your multiplication operation. So I need to put multiplication symbol over here, and we need to put multiplication symbol over here as well, and we will write the multiplication result is equal to %c. And finally we are going to use case divide, and for divide I'm going to write c divided by b. Then the division result, okay, the division result is equal to %dc. So this is representing all the cases. Final one will be a default one. So what I'm going to write is default. So if somebody has entered the symbols other than plus, minus, multiplication and division, then default case will be executed. And what the default case will say? The default case will say that please enter correct choice. So I'll write please enter correct choice, right? So this is how you are going to write please enter correct choice. So that's all for this program, I think. So let me run. If some error will get, then obviously we'll change the code accordingly. Well, so let me run this code. Let me save this program. So how to save it? Control S. Now I'm going to run this program. So it is asking enter an operator. Let me go in a proper manner. So let me enter multiplication operation. Then I press enter. It is asking about two number. So let's say 32. Then let's say 4. Now you can see the multiplication result is 128. Let me run it again. It is asking about the operator. Let me enter plus symbol. Then it is asking about two number, let's say 45, then let's say 67, and the addition result is 112. That means our program is perfectly fine. If you run this program and you are not going to enter any operator between plus, minus, multiplication, division, you have entered, let's say, this operator, maybe whatever that may be, whatever operator, you can see the output is enter two number, let me 45, 89. Then you can see please enter correct choice because this is not associated with any operator. That's all. So this is the default one. So this is how you are going to solve the questions on switch cases. There will be, obviously there will be number of problems can be solved. So I have already solved 2 problems for you. I hope you understand the things. That's all for today's class. Goodbye.